first off, and I always want to know off the bat, how is she doing?
She's doing great. I mean, it's Ashley. I'm so perplexed by this. I'm not a guardianship attorney. I'm a trial lawyer, and I will get her through this. But I got to tell you, she's fine. I spoke to her tonight. She said, "Say hello to you, of course. Loves you." I have these conversations with Wendy almost daily, and I will tell you that she is as in control of her faculties as anyone else I speak to on a daily basis. Look, she's been through a lot. She's had bouts with alcoholism. We know that, and that's sort of like spurred all this, but she is fine. She's like, aside from the fact that she doesn't have her liberties, her freedom, her human dignity that's been stripped from her, she's fine as a human being. She's never missed a beat in our conversations, Ashley, never. And we've talked about some complex things. She understands what's going on, and she just wants her life back. You said some great things on your intro. The basic human rights are stripped from her. I mean, she is not able to come and go as she pleases. Forget about controlling her finances and you know, her medical decisions. She can't even. She has less rights, I tell you, than a convicted felon under probation. And that to me is the scariest part of this whole thing. It really, really is.
Yeah, I have to be honest, I'm very concerned about the loss of her freedom based on the person that I've been talking with. I spent 2 or 3 hours in a restaurant at a table with Wendy and talked to her that entire time. She's not the same Wendy that she was several years ago, granted. She's a little changed. Right. However, I would, you know, just from a very, you know, ill-informed and non-expert view would say that's not the kind of person that you strip of all your civil rights. I mean, not to be able to come and go. She has to get permission to go out for lunch. It's a little shocking. Who is it, do you think, has so-called leaked this report? And why do you think that this report is a fake?
So let me say this as clearly as possible, Ashley. This so-called medical report, this medical diagnosis being talked about, and that was leaked, illegally leaked, let me say that, about Wendy Williams is a lie. It's just a lie. The leak itself is a disgrace. It's not about medicine. It's about manipulation. It's a weapon being used by those who profit, I'll be quite blunt, profit from keeping Wendy under this abusive guardianship situation that she doesn't need. But this begs two questions. So here's my challenge. Where is this medical report that no one has seen? No one has seen. They talk about in a letter, they leaked the fact that there was a diagnosis, which is a HIPAA violation. We know how serious that's supposed to be taken. But where is this report? No one's seen the report because it's not accurate. She hasn't completed her medical diagnosis. I've spoken to her guardianship attorneys. I understand exactly what's going on. She has not completed her medical diagnosis. So where's this report? Name the doctor, okay? Put him under oath. I want to see the doctor go under oath who will author and sign this report. And I'll be the one to cross-examine him. And I promise you, he won't come out of there intact if that's going to be his opinion. But yet we haven't seen it. We haven't seen a word about this report. We don't know who the doctor is. We don't know what the report says. We just know there was a leak.
Well, listen, I'm down to 30 seconds, but it sounds to me like you're saying that Sabrina Morrissey, her guardian, is the person, or at least part of the problem, because that's the person who, in the industry, benefits and is paid as a guardian. Is that what you're saying, that her guardian is doing this?
Well, it's not Wendy doing it, right? It's not a stranger. So let's call a spade a spade. And I'm not afraid to accept responsibility for my words. Of course it's Sabrina Morrissey. Of course it's the guardian. Who else would leak? Who else would leak a finding that supports her position?